Alright guys, welcome back to another exciting tutorial. This is Fash, and in this tutorial we want to take a look at Boolean and comparison. Okay, let's quickly go deep down to it. So alright, this is my sandbox JavaScript file. So what I will do is that I will just try to explain something to you. So Boolean is just like true or false. So if I should say console.log, alright, if I say console.log, so if I want to type true, I type true, and false. They don't normally have what they don't normally have what is called, sorry, excuse me. Alright, they don't normally have string. We don't normally quote them. So this is how it looks. It normally looks like. So okay, fine. So what you're going to do right now is that, let's take for instance basically that is it, true or false. You want to compare whether a particular user logs in. If it is true, let that person have access to the account, and if that person doesn't have probably he has not logged in, you should not have access to his account. Okay, so let's take for instance, I want to know, there are some methods that normally return a true or false Boolean state results. So what are the kind of methods? Let's say for instance I have name and that particular, and that, let's say I have email. Let's say let's email to be equals to so this is string. I say fash the guru at gmail.com, and I say let result be equals to the email dot includes. So this particular include is a method that normally return a Boolean. It is a method, it returns a Boolean. Let's say I want to know whether Z is included in this email. I say console.log, and once I do this, I just type result. By the time I load it, let's say it returns a false statement because Z is not in it. So let's say for instance I just say at. I want to know whether at is there. So it returns a true statement. So no, true or false methods, some methods return a true or false statement by the time you use them. All right, let's say for instance we want to use this particular what include for an array. Let's say for instance you understand this better now. Let's say I have let's JS Ninja to be equals to an array of gurus. Let me just have 3 of them. Let me say Olamide. Let me say Olamide DJ, and let me say Aisha, and let me say, let me just have one more. Let me say Ola. Okay, so by the time I save it, I want to know whether I have, instead of email, just have JS Ninja. Yeah? I want to see whether fash is there. It's going to return a false statement because fash is not there, it's not among them. So but if I want to know whether Aisha is there, it returns true. So let's say for instance you created an account for these people to log in, and you are now trying to know whether a particular user is there so that that person will have access to the account. It's going to return false. So there's one thing I would like to show you. You can use comparison and it's going to return Boolean. Alright, let's say for instance let my age to be equals to 40. So I now say console.log. I say console.log is my age equals to, but this is going to be double equals to this time around 25 or 23 or whatever. So let's check it out, what we are going to have in return. let me console.log this. No, because this is at the top. Let me make sure that I comment this result out. Is my age equals to 40? So we should return false. You can see it return false. It returns false. So because, okay, now let's use some other word boolean. I want to comment this out so that we're not going to be having mixed up. I copy it again. Is my age equals to 40? It should return true now. Is my age less than 40? Less than 40? It returns false. Is it greater than or equals to 40? Is it greater than? Is it greater than 40? Or let me see, is it greater than 23? I don't want it 23, 40. Alright, it's false. So, but is it less than or equals to 40? See, let's use greater than or equals to 40. True. Is it less than or equals to 40? You can see that's how to use boolean. All right, true. So that is exactly, there are some couple of ways where boolean is very important. Most times when you use it with comparison, it's check whether what you are actually comparing it with, it's what is true or false. And when it is true or false, certain things will happen. As we move on in this tutorial, we understand why it is very important understanding this. And most times we use comparison. We use this particular comparison to detect whether a particular thing is true or not. You know, this is number. You can use it for probably words too. You can say, let my name to be equals to Gerald, and this particular Gerald, you want to know whether let's console.log whether, sorry, console.log, we want to know whether, I want to say my name is equals to Gerard. Let's check it out. Okay, I need to use double equals to, sorry, and I need to ensure that you can see it is false because it is not the capital G. You can see it is true now. So it is not necessary that you're going to use it for number. You can virtually use it for what? For words too. Okay, this is where I'm actually going to stop for now. What I want you to actually achieve in this area is that you can use boolean to discover whether a value is present in an array. You can use it with some couple of methods like include, and also you can use it when you're trying to do your comparison. All right, don't forget boolean is true or false. It's one of the is one of the data type of JavaScript. All right, this is where I'm actually going to stop for now. I'll be really glad if you can drop a comment in the Google Classroom to know whether you are understanding this or not, and I'll be looking forward to hear any kind of questions so that I'll be able to explain. Thank you guys for watching, and can't wait to have you in the next one. Hola.